what I would do with beginners finishing, I call it smile one-on-one. You guys all know the Mikan drill. Useless, waste of time, okay? It's no challenge point, it's not realistic. Instead, we just have a defender. So it's smile one-on-one. The offense is always offense for 30 seconds. Arik, maybe you could come in. And maybe imagine Arik is 12 years old and you're a beginner and you've never shot a layup. You're always going to rebound and score in the smile. I'm the defender and I cannot jump. Go. You got one dribble if you need it. Must score in the smile. Go. Yep. So that's awesome, man. What's he gonna learn doing that? How to protect the ball, how to move, how to find space, where to finish, right? Now, if you see with the beginners, they're missing, and it's missing all the time, no hands. So all I'm gonna do is still take away their space and push, but no hands. Then when they shoot it, we fight for the rebound. One hand. Maybe I have one jump. I can only jump once per possession, and that's it. So it's all about the constraints. And then we could put constraints on the offense. We could say, only use the backboard every time. Only use the net. Or we say, after each shot, now you must get 2 feet outside the paint before you come in again. We could say, dribble to the elbow now, and then you come in. So we change the constraints the whole time to develop loads of functional solutions. That is how I would do layups, even with beginners. Martin, do you mind coming out real quick? I'm just going to borrow the ball. Be the defender right here, buddy. Face the rim. Ball on the back, one-on-one. Super simple. Constraints. I can only score in the smile. Only in the smile. I have 2 dribbles, even with beginners. And then we play. If he's a good defender and I can't do it, add constraints. No hands, one hand. Or maybe the advantage is bigger. Martin, you're behind me. You go as soon as I move. So, right, maybe that's too difficult. Maybe even more. Martin, on the orange line. So this is beginners, right? You can only go when I move. And then we play. So there's still time pressure. Because what we see with beginners is it's not realistic of basketball because the technique that emerges is not the technique that they use in the game. Why? Because there's no real information. So what we see is players come in, there's no defense, and they take lots of time on their layups and lots of dribbles when it's 1-on-0. They can't do that in a game. So instead, we just create the situation immediately, but we make sure that the difficulty is just right. It's not too easy, but it's not too hard. So that's where I have to change the advantage. Maybe if that's too easy, for one player, let's say they're really good at layups. So now, Martin, it's a small advantage. The ball is right here. Small advantage, right? And we play. Whereas for other players, it's a really big advantage or a big advantage. Maybe even the small advantage for some of your good 12-year-olds is too easy. So Martin, you want to come in front? Keep passing me the ball back and forth, just like this. Oh, that's okay, don't worry. This is called hot potato one-on-one. And now we play off that. So it's more neutral, right? So you could have all these different types of one-on-one everywhere in the gym based on what your players need. So that would be how I coach finishing. And there's loads of other, I probably have about 300 different types of one-on-one. Because if it's not specific enough, it's not going to happen. So another thing I do is have octopus. So maybe they're playing, this gets into the defense with stunting, how they learn to stunt. So imagine Martin has a defender. I have one player here, an octopus. So you play your one-on-one, but I can reach and steal the ball. So I learn how to stunt. The offense has less space, more real. Any questions on that, finishing with beginners?